Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. The next part of the assembly is to put on the wing struts. I'm going to be connecting to these points and to this point. So I think this one goes in there like that, and then these go up. So let me lock that in with a R clip because it doesn't matter what or how you try and do it. Oh blimey, like that. I better check these because there might be a left and a right one. This one seems to fit easier than the other one did. So that's your struts, and we use these R clips. You're not going to see that, are you? It's because it's looks like a letter R with a big loop on the top. So they're called R clips. Basically, we're just going to push that through the coal. It helps sometimes to spread them. And that's it. Oh my god. Yeah, right. Okay, it's out of the way. It doesn't say any particular side. I've done this front one out and this back one back, so the circles where you pull these clips out are on the inboard of the wing. Now I've got one more to add, which is this one down here, and the actual cut of this piece matches where it's fitted in, so that's really quite good, or where it's fitting in. There, that was easy, that one. That was too easy. I'm not sure I like those. They just seem too easy, but they're on. Let's do the other side. Let's see if I was right. Will this one fit as easy as the other one? Yes. Right, I thought there was a spare R clip, but I'm just checking what I've taken out of the bag, and there isn't. There's 6 R clips. The first thing I'm going to do is buy some more, because you do not want to lose your R clips. I'm trying to do them the same, so this one comes through from the back. And there it is. Wow, that's so easy. So here's a fancy bit of engineering. This would be really impressive if it does work. Here I have the horizontal stabilizer. This goes on here, but the toggle bit, and that bit goes under there. So as you push it, locked in place. Right, I've used, my goodness, 3 screws. That's all I've used. Right, next step is the tail wheel. Let's get this onto its back. Oh yeah, that striping looks really good there. So we're going to put the tail wheel in. Now the tail wheel design is based around the rudder. That's to say that it's got this great big long piece, because so would the rudder. And this goes through that slot. Yep. Right, so that comes through here and locks into place there. So this here is the tail wheel strut. If I move the tail wheel up and down, you can see the strut moves up and down. and you've just got to get that into there. Then this piece with the horn on it literally goes over that and locks it in place. See that? That is my tail wheel. It's a bit bent, I think, but that's my tail wheel. Just 2 screws. And the idea about that is, of course, you can disconnect this horn, unscrew that, pull the tail wheel out, push the float rudder in, screw those back on, and connect the horn back up. Yeah, so that's connected. There we are. Not sure it's straight. Might have to bend it a bit just to get it over straight. That's better. Nice, very nice. The instructions are not perfect, but it's really good. It is good. Next I just connect the rudder and the elevator with the horns provided. These. Good old FMS. 1 spare screw. I've actually decided to install LEDs. So I'm putting 2 white landing light LEDs at the front. And then at the back, when I come around to do it, I'll show you. I'm putting a red beacon at the top flashing and a red beacon below flashing. So this is where I am at the moment. I'm about to hot glue these in place. There you go. I've got to do the tail ones. So here I've put a hole through the fuselage, just underneath by the air vent. The reason I've done that is there's reinforcing foam here, and it's quite thick. So I put the hole here, threaded the LED through. I've got to cap it, put a bezel around it, bit of hot glue, push it back in. There's the LED flashing away, or strobing I should say. I've got one on the top as well, and 2 lights at the front. Now if anyone wants to know, I'm using this kit. I got them for £4 each from Banggood. They're about £12–13 in the UK. And obviously you can see they've got other connectors. These 2 on this side are for red and green wingtip lights, solid. This one is for a strobing light that strobes on slowly and comes off slowly. They're the white lights that should be at the back of each wing, with the appropriate green and red at the front. Well, I'm not using any of that set because I've got my easy lights on each wing. So all I'm using from this kit are 2 white lights, which are your landing lights, which I'll put to the front, and 2 strobes or flashing lights, which actually flash on and off rather than gradually come on and gradually go off. And that's all powered at the moment by an AR410, or via an AR410. Yeah, so I'll be using in the plane an AR620. And the way I do it is all the channels will be used on the 620 except for the battery connector. And as this has only got a power, it doesn't have a signal wire, I'm plugging it into the power or the battery port. It's not the bind port because on these ARs it's the button that binds. You just push this Spectrum logo down and it looks for a bind. Yeah, and this is of course the throttle cable. Now I need to thread this wire all the way through the fuselage and up to the front end, and I've got a special tool to do that. My fan's just stopped. This is the tool. It's a claw. It's a flexible claw. It's got a light on the end, if I show you what's there. There, it's got a light. And you've also got the actual claw there. It's also magnetic, this end is. So I'll be using that to thread the wires. And here's the one on the top. I've got my fan on because I've got the heating on quite high because my wife is not very well and I don't like the heat, so I am sweating buckets. It's so hot in this house now. Yeah, so light's done. Onwards and upwards. Right, I'm still working on this, work in progress. You can see my lights at the front. The spinner won't cover them, and obviously as the props moving they'll shine through. There should be a strobe over there, strobing away. And there's one on the underside as well. And of course on the wingtips I'll have my other lights. Now that big orange thing in there strobing away, that's the reflex gyro that this thing comes with. And it's got a couple of modes.
AS3X mode.
So that's a stabilisation mode, so it just reacts to the wind. Try and keep it as stable as it can.
Stability mode.
Stability mode is beginner's mode. It won't let you bank more than 60-70 degrees. Let go of the sticks, it'll always come upright. If you're inverted, it'll always try and flip you back up the right way. All that type of thing. And then of course
AS3X mode.
which we've just discussed, and then we have
Gyro off.
we can turn it off. That position, it was already in that position on the plane, which is a bit stupid, but I suppose it isn't because it is central to the plane and it is pretty near the centre of gravity. So I've got hanging off here, I've got my AR620, and over here I've got my driver for my LEDs. So I've got all that to tidy up and sort out. Then I've got to put the battery in, sort out the centre of gravity. But I can't do that until my 3-blade prop comes, so I'm waiting for that. I am replacing all this Velcro with white Velcro. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. Oh, in fact I do, it's because I'm an idiot. I said that in my reply to both Keith and Brian, who suggested it. I've got some more pins. All these R clips down here. Don't know if you can see those. Let's see if we can get in on those. They can't really see them, but there are clips under there. I've got a complete new set. They arrived today in the post. Thank you, FMS. And these are those, or those are them. So I've got a nice complete set. I've got 6 there. They'll go into my little plastic tub I carry with me. That also has my Optera joining bolts and my FMS wing bolts. I have a spare set of them all. This is the gyro instructions. I've just been checking those out, programming it through my DX9. It's basically all done. I've got some trimming to do, centre of gravity, all that stuff I've already said, but I've got to set the movements, got to get the rates in there. No point showing you that on video, it's really boring. So let's draw this video to a close. That's that, just so you can see the lights. There's the red light. I'm doing all this by hand now. A bit bit lazy, but never mind. Yeah, so I'm happy. Well, I've just about finished the Kingfisher, and if this snow continues and settles, I could have gone flying, having put skis on her, but I can't because the field's locked down. Never mind, such is life. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay well, and I hope you'll join me on another video. Cheers!